Proud of myself for that one. Let's do that right now. Proud of myself for that one. Let's do that right now. So, oh good. I still have everything on, so I'm gonna see if the. So, yeah. Oh good. Because my TV is over there and I don't know where the remote is, so I can't mute it like I normally do because I'm using a different TV than last time. So I want to make sure there's no reverb from it. But I think I'm good. Using a different TV than last time. So I want to make sure there's no reverb from it. Which is not TV. But I think I'm good. I just gotta make these posts saying, yeah, I'm here, I'm alive, because you love my face. Or you just like Mario, Nintendo XCOM, or any other number of reasons that you watch this. Nintendo XCOM, or any other number of reasons that you watch this. Because I'm sure it's not for my face or my voice, and I'm so sorry that you all have to suffer through this with me, but it's okay, we'll get through this together. I'm sure it's not for my face or my voice, and I'm so sorry that you all have to suffer. And I completely forgot to cue this. I figured, oh yeah, I'll start early, and yeah, that was good, but then I didn't cue my post, and I'm... Yeah, so sorry everyone. And yeah, that was good, but then I didn't cue my post, and I'm... I have my stream playing behind me, so I'm hearing myself talking, overhearing myself talking, overhearing myself talking, and all the clicking from my keyboard, and it's awesome. And this is why I move my mic to in front of my keyboard when I do other streams on the computer. But since this is on the switch over there, I'm not expecting to be typing much after this. Since this is on the switch over there, I'm not expecting to be typing much after this. Now, what else do I got? Right, I got this. Now, what else do I got? Right, I got this. Who's that? Who's that? I can't... Hi, Rebecca! How's it going? Who's that? I can't... Hi, Rebecca! How's it going? Hope it's going well. I have text from you I haven't responded to. I'll reply because I'm in a moment. Hope it's going well. I have text from you I haven't responded to. I'll reply because I'm in a moment. Hope it's going well. I have text from you I haven't responded to. I'll reply because I'm in a moment. If you're even there. Hashtag Twitch, hashtag Nintendo, hashtag Rabbids, hashtag Twitch, hashtag Nintendo, hashtag, what else should I hashtag? It's Nintendo Switch, that's a thing. Hashtag, what else should I hashtag? All the hashtags. Switch, that's a thing. Hashtag, what else should I hashtag? Tweet, all the hashtags. It's been tweeted. And then, it's been tweeted. Snapchat. Let me respond. I can hear everything 3 times because your laptop is. Snapchat. Wait, are you also hearing my voice multiple times? Wait, are you also hearing my voice multiple times? Are you also hearing my voice multiple times? Okay. How about now? Are you still hearing my voice multiple times? If so, I need to change something. Because that's not right and I don't know why that's happening at the moment. So, I'm gonna keep speaking a little bit, just let me know if it's still happening. It stopped. Okay. Huh. That's because I had my stream volume on coming through my headset. But I don't know why that was. Huh. Okay. It doesn't make any sense, I know. But now if you hear the game volume multiple times, please let me know. Because I don't have the remote for that TV, so I didn't mute it like I normally mute it. So like if you hear that Pete a few times, let me know, please. Ooh, a fortune teller rabbit. I'm also all damaged and everything. Mademoiselle Boistrella. Did you at least hear it once? Hope you at least heard it once. So if there's no game volume at all, then that's an issue. Okay. Okay, good. Good. An odd fountain. Would you like an odd fountain, sir? So, how is your night currently going? What is This Is Us? I don't think you've ever actually answered that. So what is This Is Us? Did I make all the posts? I feel like I forgot some post somewhere. I think I'm good. Madame Bostrella's tarot cards. From Portland's famine, death, poverty, sickness, and no dessert after supper. Oh. Give me one moment. I'll be right back. I forgot to pour my drink. So, you know, I'm all on top of my stuff tonight. Totally my A game, just forgetting everything. Okay, back now. Sorry about that. Now let's do this. Oh, it's just the entrance to Madame Brostella. Brostella was her name. Ooh, good, I need that. I'm all sorts of damaged. I still really wish I could remove Mario from my party. What's this? The Spooky Smasher. Smashing. Back this way. A pipe. A long pipe. Did I just get coins from the pipe? I haven't learned how to smash yet. So I wonder if I can't do this because I can't smash. Yeah, no, the second it gets like one of these corners, I'm stuck. Is there anything I can do? Oh, I can do that. Second mushroom! I need all of the mushrooms. 20 power orbs, okay. Yeah! Wonder if there's a reason for all those smashy smash. Second, just need to relaunch the chat bot because apparently it didn't want to play nice. Okay. This wheel actually has a bucket. I don't like the other one. I don't know, that thing in the water to me kind of looked like Wind Waker Link just kind of sitting there drowning. Drawing a live rabbit on your tarot card means chaos, destruction, laughter, and giant toilets are in your future. That poor rabbit. Just being drawn onto a tarot card like that. His life must suck. Yeah, you see that yellow ball thing? I could have sworn that was like Wind Waker Link just, you know, drowning. Fight? I'm pretty sure this is the map that Alex was talking about during Splatoon. Boop. Right, can't do it to the same one. Pop. I'll be back for you. And you can do the same, but opposite. Oh, that's right, that's a Mario only thing. Although actually, can he can do multiple now. See, he has a 100% chance to get the other one still. Okay. I'm fine with that. Ah, I should have done this thingy thing. My bad. Okay, that's fine. Pull him away from Mario. And I'll have Mario pull him closer. Do you got a head stomp? You don't. And you can't jump off anyone either. Okay. This is fine. Okay, you just got that left. Can you hit both of them? No? Okay, fine. Nah. Oh, I didn't even see those guys up there. Yeah, I'll risk it. Come on, was that enough? Yeah. Got anything up here? No. We do got those guys spawning, but that's fine. Really? spells. Oh, nice. Oh, that poor bunny. I don't think this will affect him at all, but doesn't hurt. Slam. Welcome to the jam. Come on, slam. Nice. Got a vamp out of that. What the hell was that? That's right, you take that. This might be a mistake, but I'm doing it. Except the one I pushed it the wrong way. Did you just get vampire health for that? Peach can go right there. And I can get a slide. And hopefully jump on this dude. Good. Good. There was a chance that wasn't going to kill it. Should've done it the other way. My bad. Really? It doesn't work on herself? Well then. Please, no. You should only get one attack. Okay, good. Just getting worried for a moment. That's fine. What? What did he just do? First off, let me collect my coins before one of you assholes take my coins. B. I can't make it to any other things. Okay. No, I'll just send Mario up. Wait, 0% chance to hit. Okay, Mario. Do everyone a favor. Good boy. I'm proud of you. Now Peach, jump, and just heal everyone. Not a large heal, but it works. Now we get those damage reductions. Still a 0% chance to hit from there. Oh, this is 0% chance. Doing it anyway. No, you have like the least amount of health. Maybe I shouldn't. Has it been good Japanese? You feel like you're learning? Oh, it's out of range. Damn it. Do you feel like you've been learning Japanese? Has it really been helpful? You're slow to learn, I am slow to learn. But Japanese is also difficult. Because it's a whole new alphabet you're doing. A whole new character system. So you gotta keep that in mind too. How's it been going so far with it? Think you're getting it? It's like learning Hebrew at my brain when I was 6. Yeah, at younger ages you are more likely to... You're more able to absorb languages. But now you're 23? 22? I think you should be 23. I'm 24, I think. And you're 1 year younger than me. So it's just that much more difficult. Plus, I never learned Hebrew. I can just sound out letters without knowing what they... That sounds about right. No. You're definitely the smarter one of us. I know you don't like to think you are, but you are. I forget what it all is. I downloaded this one app for colors and numbers in Japanese. Ich, ni, san, shi. Go. Row. I don't remember. What can I trade my BF points in for? Is there like a little prize store I can check out? I hope there is. Oh, I need to update our book spreadsheet. I finished Game of Thrones. So I just need to update it at some point when I remember. If I remember. I'm not gonna remember, let's be honest here. Six pages of finished Wise Man. Oh, and if we see Mike on Saturday, he'll have the next book of Red Rising for you. That's if we see him. Don't you collect my coins. Good boy. That was the second book, right? That you need it? I think it was the second book. Because there's 3 books total in that series. Yeah, so over see him Saturday, he'll have that book for you. So that'd be nice. Unless, do you have the next book of the King Killer series? Or is there a next book yet? Japanese, level 1. That's the website, not the app, right? There, by the fountain. Is that a boo or a balloon? What's up?
That's right, you can give up now. I have the answers.
All the answers. We got a Jack here again tonight.
Yay!
And I left that chair in frame specifically for...
The crowd of 3 went wild. Mostly Rebecca.
King Killer 3rd book isn't out yet, but Random Side Story book is out, but I don't have. Side Stories in, it's from the same universe, or is it like the same character, just a side story of his? Talking about books.
I do not know what a book is.
Says the one who keeps telling me to read.
Yes. Well, I mean, Song of Ice and Fire isn't reading. It's more a life journey. You know, you go on it. You don't actively do. Oh, you're only here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Judging you heavy.
It's the backstory of a minor character. Is it a good minor character, or is it like the random barkeep's 3rd removed nephew?
Are you talking to Rebecca, or did I not realize I said something out loud?
Talking to Rebecca. That was weird. I couldn't move my camera up on here. Now I can. That was weird before.
One more candy that's in from your house the last time we received.
Proud of you.
Thank you. Can I give you spoilers?
Of Game of Thrones?
No, this game.
I'm gonna pick up the statue and walk up a path, and there's gonna be fighting.
I mean, essentially. That's the gist of most of this game. What? You're not gonna do the fucking... Oh, I'm sorry. 10 seconds. The red coin.
I'm gonna do the red coin. I just wanna see what this does.
If I ever stream, the first thing I need to do is put that filter on. Sorry if any 4 of you are underage.
So cursing is the hardest thing for me to stifle. No, I screwed this up.
No, you got this.
No, I screwed up the
No,
bad
that's
thing.
fine. I said that. No, you're good. You're good. I remember doing this one. You're good. You're good.
No, I'm not.
You got this.
No, I don't.
You got this. Boom. Now, boom. Give me some boom.
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 I messed up. It's Ari, the one
That's
person
the
I
only
was
way
like...
to do it.
See, I was thinking I was supposed to go up first and then collect ones around the town at the end.
What?
As I started going up, I'm like, oh, maybe that's what they wanted me to
Why
do.
did I even come here if I knew that's what you were gonna think?
But it's Ari, the one person I was like, River from Firefly, so that actually must be a pretty interesting side story.
Arya?
No, Ari.
Arya. Yeah, Stark, exactly.
The King Killer series.
Fun fact.
I definitely need time to mullet this over before I give a real opinion.
Oh yeah, Meepo's the great. This game's the best. I honestly think this is one of my favorite games of all time. The writing, this is so good.
Good.
The puns.
I just love Cutie.
Yeah. This is how far I am.
Okay.
Just so you know, I'm like half catching up to you, half not.
That's fair.
Anyway,
Thank you for understanding Cutie.
I mean, I've played this game before.
Well, last time when I called him Cutie, like, that's not his name.
Well, his name's Bonnie.
Yeah, but it's Cutie.
Yeah. He's adorable.
He's fucking adorable.
No. That's my job. I'm here to ruin your stream.
So what were you saying?
I honestly don't remember. Game of Thrones, Way of Life. What was I saying?
I
honestly have no idea.
can I not just place this down there? Oh, that's annoying. Oh, I can put
The
this
one
down.
thing I don't like about this game, and I totally get that it's all about exploration, but like, there have been so many levels where it's like, you can't do this yet.
Yeah.
And I know I'm gonna spend 18 hours just going back and completing it, but I feel like at that point, like, the game's gonna be over by the time I have all the abilities.
Yeah.
And there's no real reason for me other than that sense of completion.
Exactly.
You know, I like things, I like when the game, and maybe, you know what, I am judging before it's over, so I don't actually know, but I like when they reward you for exploration in a beneficial way to the game. You know?
Yeah.
Like if I go back and do these and all I get are like 3D paintings, I'm gonna be pissed. You know? Like if I'm getting super awesome weapons that help me beat the boss, okay. So, you know what, I haven't gotten there yet, I'm not gonna judge.
But still, it's looking like it's just gonna be 3D paintings.
I really, because the weapons are normally gold, right?
Yeah.
So it really just seems like a completion. And I know some people like that, but I like utility. I don't like just completion for completion's sake.
Oh, I completely get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I went back to the first level once I got pushed and did that. But now looking at everything in like chapter 2, it's like, I'm not coming back for these.
Yeah, like the break and the whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Going back in chapter 1 didn't make it worth it for me to go back in chapter 2 and... Yeah.
Like even in Halo, when you got Easter eggs, you unlocked the skulls. They weren't necessarily utility, but they added functionality to the game. Like Grunt Birthday Party is the best.
You
thing
need
ever.
Grunt Birthday
Yeah,
Party.
Grunt Birthday Party is essential to the gameplay. Like Fire from the Hip, it's annoying, but it's a utility. It's a function, you know.
I remember the first time with Grunt's birthday party, I got it on accident because I don't think we ever really played Halo together. I am that guy who gets in the Banshee and gets the Banshee everywhere.
Yeah.
I am that guy. So I got it on top of that one platform. I was like, oh, there's a door up here. As my brother was down there shooting. I walk in, it's just a bunch of grunts just dancing.
Yeah.
Skull.
Grunt Birthday.
What?
Grunt Birthday Party is best. Now, in Halo 2, actually I haven't touched in Halo 2, there's the bridge level. You get a scarab, not a scarab, the scarab's coming, you get a scorpion.
Yes.
You're going across the bridge. Banshees come in, all this crap.
Yep.
I never did this myself. I tried probably for more hours than I should be proud of. What's the word? If you were to get a Banshee off the bridge, which they were coded not to go past a certain point, but if you were able to hack one, which you're not supposed to, but like...
There's always some
There's
wall.
a way, if they come low enough and you jump and everything's perfect, you're able, at the right time, you kind of pass through this invisible barrier. You take it through the tunnel, because the tunnel's the next section, all the way through the tunnel, and out the other side.
I think I remember reading that.
There's like a gun up at the top of one of the buildings that like shoots scarab lasers. I heard about this.
I remember hearing about that.
I YouTubed it, and now that I'm older, I should probably like check again to make sure that this isn't just some ROM hack that someone did.
Yeah.
You know? But I remember hearing about this, and this is back like what Halo came out when I was like what 9, 11, and 13. I think it came out every 2 years. So I was pretty young.
Yeah.
So I was 13 in 2006. YouTube was a year old at that point. So
When did YouTube come out?
2005. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
12 years in, and people make a living.
Yeah.
On YouTube, like that little weird world we live in.
Right.
But yeah, I remember like trying to find things. There's probably on like E-Bombs World or like Albino Black shit. Like all
Those
these, like,
old sites that don't exist anymore.
The video hosting that existed before YouTube became the standard.
Yeah.
Now they're just channels on YouTube. It's sad. Remember MySpace?
I wish I didn't.
It was kind of weird. Like, I'm just shifting gears at this point on video games, but
That's fine.
the World Wide Web becomes.
I wanted those coins.
Nah, it is. Oh, this. Oh, I know this fight. I got messed up the first time I did this. Did you do the? I don't want to mess this up. Right? No, I think it's this world's boss. Like this is the sub boss. This world's boss is the greatest thing in video game history.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy kind of messed me up a little bit.
I'm not on the best health turns at the moment.
Yeah, that's half the reason it messes you up. But you got Peach, and she does.
What?
You have the heals on for her.
Oh, I do have heals.
Oh, yeah. Top dot, nice.
Oh, good for me.
Wait, so I was showing Sean some videos the last time I was here. The one thing I did notice was the game sounds were a little loud compared to us talking.
If that's still true, let me know, and I can easily alter that in 2 seconds.
Rebecca, can you like hear our just side conversations that we're having?
That's literally just these sliders. And when I redid my computer, this all got reset on me.
Yeah, and like this game it might be better because it's just sort of background music, but the other one was like people talking in Japanese while we're talking.
Yeah.
And I was like, but I love this game because right now you got.
That's not what I wanted to do. This is not what I wanted to do. I got distracted.
You got healers next to a big guy. If you shoot the big guy, he's gonna hit you. Like, this game's great. But it just.
I just don't expect that I can't aim in the middle of them. Yes, but it's not super easy to hear or bothersome at all.
I forget the question I asked. So, do you mean it's not super easy to hear, meaning the game isn't super easy, or we're not super easy?
You also could text John. I saw Killigan in this list.
Yeah,
before.
I texted him telling him to come on.
Okay.
Did he pop up or no?
I think so. Yeah.
He's playing board games with
Good.
friends.
I
I told him just to throw us on.
So this might be desktop audio now because this is cool.
Testing 1, 2.
Yeah, now let's see how this is. If I still need to change it, let me know.
Yeah, just let us know how it sounds.
Because I can always easily change it. I'd rather have you guys having the best audio experience of your lives right now, hearing our voices over this game.
That's what this is gonna be.
Yeah.
Brian and I are known for our voices.
One of us is known for our voices.
In some manner.
I can hear a conversation, but not every word Jack says, and I can hear the game just fine.
I am far away from the mic.
I did that backwards then, so I upped the game volume a bit more. Let's turn that back down. It was at 9.3. I also have this gain all the way down to make keyboard noises quieter. And also, I can move this.
How about this? I'll just do this from now on.
Just right into the mic. What?
Got a text from my dad. Not my dad, my Aunt Kathy.
That's totally different than your dad.
Well, he was in the list.
Oh.
I've never ordered tickets online. You ever go on Reddit Old People Facebook?
No.
Really?
I didn't know that was a thing.
So there's a couple. There's Insane People Facebook, and by Facebook it pretty much is any sort of people commenting online. Not really.
Okay.
It started with Facebook though. But yeah, there's
I'm gonna do it.
There's Insane People Facebook and Old People Facebook are two of the biggest ones. There's also Indian People Facebook, which is pretty fun. But with
I can't hit the other one.
and he is gonna bump you back.
You know, I'm gonna do it.
I mean, you're here. He's gonna hit you.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the crit though. Yeah, you can't. Oh, and you did hit the other guy.
Yeah.
That's good.
65 health on the other guy. Awesome.
But so, Old People Facebook, it's screenshots of, old people not knowing how to use the technology, essentially.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just got a text message from my aunt. I need to buy tickets for their birthday, but I haven't ordered tickets online. So, let me see if I can figure it out.
Those are nice rounds. They're all dead.
But it doesn't show the seat number. So it sounds like she's trying to buy 5 tickets at the same time, but it's not telling her where the seats are. It's just that there's 5.
Okay. You know, for a little bit, I forgot this was a boss fight.
Mid-boss.
Mid-boss.
I have no idea what we were talking about before this. Anyway, yeah, the way this guy fights is he squeezes Rabbid Luigi and he throws it out.
Yeah.
I love this music though.
I forget, I can do Hero Sight and then still attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
They let you do it in any order on this weird thing.
Yep. This is like, you get to do a movement and attack and an ability. It doesn't matter what order.
Yeah. Which means I just got 3 attacks on them right in a row. That bounced them.
Oh, nice. Yep.
Oh, bounced them right behind me, though.
No. He's a range attack anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Is that garbage?
Yes.
How are you doing it?
You know, I don't remember if Friendly Fire was a thing or not, so I went with it anyway.
Mm-hmm. Not a friendly fire thing. That's encouraged.
But you know what? Take the heal. Okay, take the heal.
Yeah, still 100%. I hate these shield guys though, because sometimes it's like they turn around. Like
the shield weirdly.
Yeah, if you're not close enough, it's like they'll turn around and then you can't hit them. I don't know how it works. Oh,
yeah.
Oh yeah, you're totally gonna mess Mario up if you do this. I would highly suggest not.
Wait.
Now so you're gonna do this and just take the damage.
Yep.
40% of the damage that you're gonna shoot Mario.
Yep.
You're just gonna take.
Mario didn't get damaged. I did. I took the entire 40%.
That's weird. How did that just?
I don't know. Oh. I didn't realize there was an area effect damage he did. Don't take my coins.
Yeah, Peach's shotgun and grenade.
No, I meant the boss.
Oh yeah.
I didn't realize his eggs or spit were.
I should call my dad. I just realized. Called him last night, but he was asleep. That heal is so nice though. Like we, on Sean's account, we have that upgraded. Like you get like 50% healed. It's insane.
Oh, I was just thinking I need to upgrade that myself.
Yeah, it's crazy awesome what you get by the end of it.
I think I can kill him in this round. Nope.
You still have Luigi.
Yeah, I don't think I can do that much. Oh, I should attack. Okay, that's fine. I don't think I got that much damage output because he only has his vampirism.
And Peach is pretty far up her shotgun radius.
Yeah.
Mario's fine.
Mario's fine.
He's in the orange.
That's a 0% hit because of the shield, though.
Oh, yeah, he's a ducky. Oh, yeah, in which case, Luigi shot 100 damage.
Yeah.
You should probably jump off Peach. That guy is going to come to life.
That's fine. Slam. Welcome to the jam.
I do feel welcomed.
Good.
It seems
it's not gonna kill him, but next turn.
Yeah. Well.
You know what I love about you, Jack?
What?
So far twice you said, "Oh, this boss fucked me up," and so far I've done great on both those bosses.
Oh, that's why I think I even said that you're probably just gonna knock him out first turn. Hi, yeah, you died. Yeah, suck it.
If it wasn't for the out of bounds.
I mean, I didn't get perfect.
Okay.
That's what I'm. If I don't get perfect score, that's bad in my book.
That's fair.
Because this is a game for children.
Yeah. There's only been like 2 maps where I didn't get perfect so far. Now 3.
This, I'm just now realizing this is like the Ghost World. The boss of this is the greatest. You're gonna love it. I love it.
I have faith in you.
You get to finish him here. Yeah.
I'm just slightly worried if as soon as he's dead, the match ends, or if I still have to kill the rest.
Defeat mid-boss, top right.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
I only lost Mario at the very last turn. Only slightly upset over that.
Yeah, this is a little brutal.
Should we drown him?
Oh. Yeah. He just kind of loses his mind and just murders this thing.
You know my issue right now, though? I can't remove Mario.
Yeah.
Like,
that's the one downside to this game.
Let me take Mario out and put Rabbid Yoshi there.
I get he's the IP,
But no.
Can I give you a spoiler?
How big of a spoiler?
Just a tip about the character you just unlocked.
I want to use him?
Not that good.
Okay. Half Rabbit, half Yoshi, all menace. Open his skill tree and get him ready to rumble.
So he has a little minigun, and it's not reliable in that it's like min damage is nothing and max damage is a lot. So it's very hard to plan.
And you're probably usually landing that mid-range, which is the same damage as everything else.
Pretty much, yeah. And it can, I mean, it's for better or worse. It's just I like being able to be a little bit more sure of my moves.
That's fair.
But this is like, I could potentially die this round if this doesn't go in my way. Yeah.
Which is never fun.
I mean he has that thing where it absorbs all damage for a hit, which is pretty cool, but
it's one hit.
Yeah, it's just I felt he did not bring enough punch. I tried using him for a while and it just wasn't happening.
That's fair. Like, I really want, if I could remove Mario, I would have 2 Luigis in the Peach, and that'd be like my perfect team.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know what the decision was to keep, to make Mario mandatory, but like it is the one complaint I have.
Yeah. I do get it, he is the IP, but no.
Especially when he has 10 health after a fight.
Yeah.
You know? Let me heal him. Let me like trade health with someone else at least.
Nope.
If I can't swap him out.
Because there's no real reason for him. Because you can't have 3 humans. They make you have 1 Rabbid.
Yeah.
But they don't force you with Mario Rabbid.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be interesting. You either have to have Mario or Mario Rabbid. Or Rabbid Mario. But
I would rather Rabbid Mario. What the hell is that? Slippery World. Found a new gold tarot. Oh, museum thing. That's fine.
So I actually looked up the legality of drinking alcohol on the Twitch stream.
Yes.
Did I message you this?
You did not.
It's their policy on things of it falls under self-harm.
Okay.
You can't make suicidal jokes. You can't do like drugs, even if it's like legal things like prescription, and you can't drink to excess.
Okay.
So it's sort of, I would imagine a sort of legal gray area because they don't define a number.
Yeah.
But that was the way they worded it. I never get these on the first try.
See, I've always gotten these on the first try so far, except for this one. Because, it pushes me past the point.
So that gets you yellow, then you go on red.
Come on, come on, come on. Nope, we're not making it. Nope. That's the first time I've ever not made it on the first try.
I'm so bad at this.
Just because I didn't realize the pipe went past the red.
I didn't realize that the statue was going up and down.
Yeah.
Smart. Smart move.
So it's one of those just no to excess things. Makes sense.
Yeah, and because I was even I was on like some Reddit threads. I read the actual Twitch content policy, And then I was on some Reddit threads of other people kind of discussing that sort of gray area. And apparently there's actually a pretty popular Twitch channel called Effed Up Fridays, where some guys just get drunk and like discuss movies or something like that. Like, but the whole crux of it's literally called Effed Up Fridays. You know, the crux of it is that they're getting drunk, but it's done in that sort of responsible way. It's not. It's not too much. It's not blackout. It's not. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I just thought that was interesting because, and then so, I was kind of getting into it with Sean a little bit, where,
what the hell did I miss here?
A lot of weapons. Oh yeah, I always hate when I'm missing something in between, especially when it just extends like what it's doing here. You just have so many things.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably from exploring that you didn't do in World 1, you know, that sort of stuff.
True. So you're talking to Sean?
Oh, okay. So I was talking to Sean just about. So Old Spice did this thing, this sort of the Twitch Plays Pokemon style, where like your messages influence an event. Okay. But they had this robotic octopus, where there were 8 arms that were each controlled by Twitch chat, and it was like.
I feel like I remember hearing about this, but I didn't see it.
It was interesting, and so they had 2 human announcers who were like, so let's go back to the octopus, and they were funny. They were very good at what they're doing. But it's like, let's go back to the octopus, and like the whole point is, pass this note in class. So it's this robotic octopus with human actors around him, and you're trying to get the note from like this arm to this arm to this arm to this arm to this person. So that's the objective, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, the whole thing lasted hours though, and it was Old Spice sponsored, so you saw all the word Old Spice everywhere. I wouldn't call it a commercial because the crux of it was not by Old Spice. It was just Old Spice was the sponsor of this weird octopus thing. So I was just wondering, like, if those guys were having some beers during this, like, what's the legality of that? Now, I know Old Spice has their own brand that they're trying to protect or whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel like the type of people that were watching that were probably like young millennials that like it's okay. You're not selling deodorant to 10-year-olds, you know.
Yeah.
You're selling it to like kids like us, and that's who would be watching this sort of thing. I don't know. I just thought it was interesting of like, what is Twitch's policy? What would a brand policy be? Because television has very strict rules. You're not allowed in a commercial to drink an alcohol.
Yeah. And you can't do the FCC list of...
it's very, very forward. And then so Twitch just defines it as drink to excess because they just have to kind of cover a broad range. Like, this is on Twitch, that weird Old Spice thing is on Twitch, professional sports are on Twitch, you know.
Yeah.
Just so many different...
that you can't really define everything.
Yeah, and then different audiences and different purposes will all be going to the same venue. So you can't just rule... this is annoying to me. You can't just rule any of them out, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's... I don't know. It's definitely a fun thing to... I think I could... to sort of play around with the ideas behind.
That is nice to know, though.
Yeah. So like when we're streaming board games and stuff, like I have a beer, like that's fine. I have a couple, but like if I'm taking relentless shots of straight alcohol, like that, we'll probably be running into issues.
Yeah. I saw a video. Like, oh, I could actually walk through there. I was not expecting. It was on the Twitch, and someone every now and then you can share clips to it. I don't get the Twitch subreddit.
I didn't get this. Darn it. Anyway.
Aw, wait, what? Oh, good. What? Twitch subreddit, like, you can't self-promote and stuff, but you can share clips of other streamers, which I don't get how those don't, but whatever. This was one. Apparently, he might be like a nice. Eclipse Audio Art is now hosting Way. Aw, thanks for the host. I really appreciate it.
I don't.
Eclipso Dart. Eclipso Dart. I accept that.
Shout out Eclipsio Dart.
Appreciate the host.
You were reading. You can't self-promote, but you can.
Post clips of people.
Yeah. Does that mean you can post clips of yourself?
I don't entirely understand what they allow and don't allow for it. But it was this one guy who I guess is a bigger, Guitar Hero streamer.
Okay.
And
those guys are nuts. You ever watch?
Yeah.
The people who still play are insane.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Anyway, like.
Midstream, this guy, he was in the middle of some song. He was drinking as he was streaming. Blacks out and passes out onto the floor midstream.
Did he get banned for that? Or?
I don't know what happened. I just saw someone post a clip of him, like, oh, poor dude. Oh, it's a heart.
I don't remember the heart, but I remember this guy.
I think I'm sexy. Oh, boob guns.
That's sort of,
Did Nintendo just allow boob guns?
No. Maybe.
Okay.
You ever see Austin Powers?
Once.
Britney Spears in one of those movies had boob guns. I think it was Britney Spears.
I accept.
No, yeah. Nintendo,
oh, there's a lot of them.
This game like pushes a little bit beyond that Nintendo child's boundary. I think that this is a millennials game. As much as it might be, like, it's definitely marketable to children, they definitely slide in those references.
Oh, yeah.
Like, a kid wouldn't have just thought of boob guns, but we're like, is that boob guns? I just realized, though, in talking about this...
They're totally boob guns.
Oh, they're boob guns. But, in talking about this, there's a popular YouTube channel called H3 Productions.
Okay.
Now he's been doing a lot of podcast stuff, and it's on YouTube. He had, he's decent friends with Justin Roiland, who's Rick and Morty.
Oh, I know that name.
Yeah. So they did a podcast after one of the hurricanes. They did a hurricane relief fun type thing.
Okay.
Justin Roiland, Alex Hirsch,
Dirty Falls,
and his girlfriend who works on DuckTales. Alex Hirsch's girlfriend. She's a creative design director for DuckTales or something like that.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
They did. It was like many hours. They did a podcast. During that, if it hit a certain amount of money, it was like $75,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
They had a special surprise. Another YouTuber who I won't go into the whole backstory, but like H3 used to like kind of bust on him, but then they kind of became friends. So he said, if you hit this like point, I'll do a thing. That thing ended up being Justin Roiland maced him in the face.
Okay.
Right. And that was the event. He put that on his stream, and like that guy put it on his stream, and H3 was also showing it, and that guy got banned for it because it was self-harm, but H3 didn't. It was very like
okay.
And it was interesting. Like he came back into the office after getting maced in the face, and he got an email saying that he just got banned. Which like, and he was not nobody. Like he did have a following.
Yeah.
I mean, he worked it out. He got it back up and stuff because he was like, this is part of a.
It was part of the
charity. Like, this.
Please, we weren't just doing it.
Yeah, I'm not doing this just to get views. I was like, this was if we raised $75,000 to get this to happen. You know.
Yeah.
So he got it back online, but it was just very interesting. He immediately got banned for it. But H3 didn't, and I'm not sure if it was because H3's bigger, or H3 had the event running, or if it was just because they were. It wasn't them.
It wasn't their
It was
self.
his. Yeah. It was just the funniest thing to see though, because this poor guy got maced in the face, like kicking someone while they're down, you know.
Yeah. So I know you can't see right now, but read this email that you just lost everything.
Yeah. So I don't know. And if it is, that's the minigun.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
It's a lot of sixes.
Right, but then you think about it, it's like 70 damage.
Yeah.
So it does create this weird thing though that, like, let's say you do something stupid, but I'm just kind of showing it. I'm showing the fact that you're doing this, and like, what can I get away with then?
Yeah.
You know, by not being the impetus. You know.
It is.
There's a lot of like gray area to all this.
There is. There really is.
Yeah.
I mean, although it is kind of expected there for it to be, because it is the internet and it is I could literally be streaming anything right now
Right.
as someone.
And especially in America, where do you draw the line between free speech and censorship? Like, that idea itself, the fact that we have an FCC is kind of weird. Because you're saying, no, you can't say these things, you know, you can't show these things.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I am just saying, like, isn't necessarily free anymore, you know?
Which is a lot of people's issues with the FCC.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fun to debate, and I mean, good luck. And I hope that Twitch makes a lot of money because lawyers are expensive, you know.
Can he literally not move past her?
Yeah, you could probably jump off her, but you're not allowed to walk through people.
When was that a thing?
Always.
Nope.
You just almost never run into those predicaments, though.
That's fair.
You don't have double jump, right? That's Luigi.
That's Luigi. That's why I like Luigi.
Yeah, 'cause you can. But he's a double friendly jump.
Yeah.
So not double damage.
But he still can just move.
Yeah. Are you a hammer user? Like, you like the hammer?
I don't like the hammer. I almost always forget that I have it.
Why is it red?
I don't know.
Did you get a debuff or something on you?
I have a weird circle above my face.
Yeah, it might be a debuff. There's probably a debuff.
I guess let's do this first.
I think I've said the word debuff more in that past sentence than I've had in my entire life. That was good.
I like the damage sharing.
Yeah.
What's it? I want to say something else on the topic.
We were talking legality and censorship, Twitch policy.
Oh. So, side comment on that, which is pretty much exactly what we're saying. If I had a TV in the background now playing some movie, like say this was a larger living room and you were watching a movie on the TV and the TV was in the frame, I could be banned for that because it's showing the movie on the stream.
Yeah, that's copyright.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like the music. That one time you just had a playlist going, but then the whole audio shut down.
Yep. And there's also been a large number of bans on Twitch, not Twitch, but a large number of bans on Bungie lately.
Bungie? Like Halo Bungie?
Destiny 2 got released for PC on the 25th.
Oh, okay.
In order to... Now, this is... Destiny 1 wasn't on PC. This is their first Destiny on the PC. In order to cut down on cheating, they pretty much took their anti-cheat software and buffed it out to the max. So anyone running OBS, anyone running XSplit, anyone running system that monitors your GPU usage, and it gives an overlay on your screen that shows like
cheating.
They counted that as cheating, and there's been over 400 people banned from playing Destiny within the first. Today's the 25th. Within the first day of it coming out.
Within the today.
And everyone was, because they paid money for this, and now they're banned from playing the game. And Bungie's whole stance on it is, if you get banned for any of these reasons, non-negotiable. You are banned, and we will not appeal it for any reason whatsoever.
I feel like it should have been a warning system, just being like, hey, our policy says that you can't monitor your GPU, and this is why. Don't ban them for it.
Their policy page saying that you can't do any of those things, it states it's just incompatible with Destiny. Not that you'll be banned, just, oh, this is incompatible. So, like, no, it says right here you can't do it. No, that says it's incompatible.
Yeah. Also, side note, I just went to your Twitch channel, but I'm on a subdomains go.twitch.tv.
That means you're on the Twitch beta version.
Huh.
They're working on a whole new webpage for it, and it's go dot.
Yeah, it auto redirected me to that. I didn't type that in.
Yeah.
Alright. Whatever. I told my mom I would send it to her so she can see what we look like.
I'm so sorry.
For a loss of precious time on Earth.
Tell me Oh, no, good.
Yes!
what my IQ is.
You took one of those things?
Yeah, so, Rutgers, like, PhD students need test subjects to run all these.
Oh, he got bounced just out of my range. Sorry, keep talking.
No, that's a shame. So, yeah, they run all these tests. It's the type of thing that, like, say, like, in the court of law, someone needs to get a psychological evaluation to if they're stuck, you know? Yeah. These are the things they would be running through, so... it's pretty cool, though, because normally it costs maybe about $1,000 to have this done. And, like, your employer might do this to you, or the court might do it to you, in which case they pay, and there's tax and all that crap.
Yeah.
But, because they need test subjects, it's free. I just get to do this, and so I find out a slew of information about myself according to the APA, one of which being my IQ, which is really all I'm interested in. I'm hoping I'm a certified genius, just because then I
don't you get, like, tax breaks or?
I actually have no idea. I just want to be able to then. I feel like I'm gonna do stupider things. Like if I turn out to actually be a genius, like I'm gonna like take a piss in a water fountain, and people are gonna be like, "Why are you doing that?" I was like, "I'm a genius.
I can do this."
Yeah. I just wanted to justify the insanity that can ensue.
I accept.
Yeah. Sean's a certifiable genius, so.
Is he?
Yeah, he's like. I think so. The. Actually, I learned all this stuff. Things like idiot. It's actually a term. It's an IQ level. If you're like an IQ, I'm making numbers up here, but like there is a number range.
Okay.
If your IQ, like let's say 40 to 60, you're an idiot. If you're 20 to 40, you're mentally retarded. You know, like these words actually have numbers associated with them, which I just kind of thought was interesting because like, you know, it's a little weird. It's like that guy's an idiot. Hey, don't say that. No, he literally, according to the APA, he's an idiot. You know.
I was actually just explaining to my parents upstairs, and like that word's not PC. It's not the correct word. Like, no, according to the DSM-6, it actually is the word.
Like we've taken it and made something else. We've thrown that emotion on top of it, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think he was something. He was described as like intellectually superior to like 98% of
Oh,
people.
that purple thing was a boo.
Yeah, he'll just move you. It's fine.
I forgot he was there. Like I was like, oh, that's just a decoration. So anyway,
you are gonna move.
I know.
Maybe before the enemy round. Anyway, but no. So like that, Sean got his results back, and he's. Now I threw the word vastly on top of it just to. I don't know if it bothers him or not. I hope it does. But yeah. So I find all that out tomorrow. But he was a little bit more of like a robotic, essentially high intelligence, low emotion sort of thing.
Okay.
Which makes sense. He could have told you this too.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna be a little stupider, but a little bit more emotional than him, given how I act. You know.
Oh, good.
It
Now
makes sense.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense. So you'll find that out like in a letter.
No, I have to go to Rutgers tomorrow and be having a conversation. Yeah.
Okay.
So tomorrow, if I'm a genius, the first thing I'm gonna do is
go to Candy Park and just relieve yourself in the lake.
Yeah, maybe just drink out of it. You know, maybe not pee because then I get sexual harassment too. But like, just I need to do something absurdly stupid just to prove a point to myself.
I accept.
Yeah.
So you gotta drink out of it just to kill some of those brain cells.
It's kind of like what's the lake you bought, or the river in Boston? You bought me a pack of magic cards.
Oh, that was worth it.
Was it?
It was worth
It
it.
was like 2 seconds of your entertainment.
That was dark brown. That was dark brown and not good for your health in any sense. Oh, well, I thought he was gonna go out of bounds. In any sense of the word health.
in case Rebecca's still here and is actually listening, Brian and I went to Boston to visit Dennis one summer. Actually, a couple summers, I think. But
I think we went twice.
in one of those, we were sitting on a river, and we were going to go to a comic book store afterwards, and Brian said, hey, I will buy you a starter pack if you drink this river right now. So I did.
And he did.
Yeah. I think what was the agreement? Like one double hand of water, like a scoop.
Yeah, just a scoop of water, drink the entire thing. And we watched. You didn't like scoop and then open.
I didn't drain. Cause I'm a man of my word.
Because it sounds risky. It was dark brown. Like,
I didn't have diarrhea, so take that for what it's worth.
All right, he's taking up the entire space. What a dick. So you didn't have diarrhea, and you didn't die yet, but
That's true.
there was definitely high risk of something.
You know what though? I just realized something though. This was 100% yield on your part, because ultimately I gave up magic and gave you all of my cards. So you just bought yourself a deck of magic cards.
That's part of what this bag is. I handed it you last time.
You justified buying yourself magic cards by me torturing my intestines. That's all that happens.
I accept it.
With looking far enough into the future.
Yeah. You got a lot of organizing too.
Yeah, I do.
There's Yu-Gi-Oh in here, and like,
Oh, this is also
Yu-Gi-Ohers.
one of my mom's customers at one point. Her customer was getting rid of her, like her son was getting rid of all her cards.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, my son collects cards, and I just got a shoebox full of cards.
I remember this guy.
And most of his shoebox were these bootleg cards. So
Yeah.
either that kid does not know what he's doing, and he got ripped off the most in school, or he was the one ripping off people.
Yeah, I remember this particular hologram was like a bootleg thing.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking at this card though, and he has what's the word? Codpiece. He has a skull codpiece covering his genitals.
Yep.
I think that's a little weird now as an adult. Just I don't know. That's a little unsettling to me, and I'm gonna put that away.
You should.
Oh yeah, these are. I guess they're all dead.
Yeah. Or some
I
form
remember.
of...
I have Exodia in Japanese, which I always was like, I have it, but I don't know. That's like $10. Okay, so actually, what I picked up was a pack or a pile of Yu-Gi-Oh cards with one magic card on top of it, just to confuse me.
You're welcome.
Magic cards are bigger. Yeah, you know what? I really enjoyed Magic, but it was just how long was I in it? Like maybe a year? Maybe a year. And once I realized that they come out with like a new pack every
3 months.
3 months, right? For a year.
Yeah.
And that each pack, in like what I don't know what improvise is. Let's say your artifacts can help cast a spell. Like once I realized they introduce a new ability every single time, like, I will not be able to keep up with this. It just isn't for me.
It moves too quickly because, according to the rules, only the oh, did Mario just die? Yep. Only the last 3 sets are tournament legal.
Oh really?
Yeah. And they come out for a year.
Yeah. So like, yeah, that's pretty rad.
Yeah.
And I just realized like it was gonna cost too much money for me to keep up with playing it.
Hello.
Hello.
It's so weird him not being there.
I'm back.
You're always back. What's
Yeah.
up?
Yeah, Mario Rabbids. We're playing. We're talking legal issues with the internet and sort of a international, user base stuff of the sort.
Yeah.
Now we're talking
Magic
and why I quit ultimately. I just couldn't afford it as a whole.
Yeah.
It's a very expensive hobby. Where'd you just come from?
Yes.
I'm just gonna leave it. Where are you? What is it called? Fort Happy?
Fort Grumpy.
Fort Grumpy.
The exact opposite emotion.
Okay. Were you like dumpster diving and stuff? Nice. Yeah. Actually, I went out for a jog. My jog was I ran from my house and touched the back of your car, and then I went home.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, and I saw everyone had stuff out. There was like a good couch I ran past.
Yeah.
You want it?
Nah.
It's gone.
Oh, okay.
And he wouldn't let us pick it up anyway.
Wait, was it the white one?
The white with the flowers?
Yes.
It was Newski's.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh. It was like
It
a
was really
good
nice.
couch.
We were gonna get it.
Yeah.
They had just put it out when we went by.
I was tempted to sit on it, but I'm like,
The
nah.
chairs next to them are really cute. There are some really, really awesome chairs. Dinette. We don't have no reason for it, but they are awesome. They're
Yeah.
like antique and everything. They're still out.
Damn.
So.
We just moved and Mom just bought a bunch of new stuff.
Should've waited.
Yeah.
What?
Done.
He's got shelves for here.
Oh, you got some good stuff?
Yeah,
Nice.
Does Woodward not have heavy pickup?
No, they do. It's just that we don't leave the house.
That's fair.
Yeah. So we don't know about things. In fact, I'm the opposite. And I know this is illegal, and I'm admitting this on the internet, so whatever. But I would like dump garbage in other people's garbage cans and stuff, especially when we were like moving. We just had too much. So the opposite, I would go and throw stuff into their area.
Yeah. Yep, the entire conversation is now.
Great.
Yeah, but only our half of it. It probably doesn't pick you up, so.
Okay.
But no, that was a good. Oh, wait, so it's gone. Someone took that? It was good. Good. Good job. My mom had couponing days. Oh, you went to Woodbridge? Or you went over? Oh, okay.
Colony Club.
Yeah, Colony didn't. I don't know if they come through to us. Because I think Colony actually has a separate garbage pickup than Sayreville that like we pay for as part of a monthly fee. Yeah. But it's pretty good though. It comes pretty frequently, and like we don't have special bins. We just put, and it's like we just throw whatever we want out there. Yeah.
That's weird.
But no, my mom used to do a couponing. She would dumpster dive to get, like, if a magazine, like if one print had a good one, she would dumpster dive to get that. Yeah. I mean, we did a garage sale before we moved, and we literally had like buckets and buckets of razors and deodorant and stuff. Like a church can buy it. Like, hey, we give this up to the homeless folks. Take it. It's been in our house for 5 years. Yeah, get it. Yeah.
I think I remember those razors like the twice I've been in your basement.
Yeah,
You just had shelvings.
We used them. We just had too many. Like we would never in our lifetime use all of those. Anyway, nice.
Good night, Rebecca.
Hi, Rebecca.
Go to sleep.
9 o'clock. Yeah.
She wakes up at like 5, 4.
That's fair. I've been doing that recently with the jet lag.
Any new people there?
What?
Any new people on here on the street?
I had 1 or 2 stop in.
My brother, but his battery died.
I don't know.
Enjoy your.
Thank you. I'm loving it.
I'm sure you are.
Sorry. Didn't mean to make fun. I'm reading. But yeah,
Wasn't making fun.
since getting back from Iceland, because I was 4 hours ahead, I just keep waking up at like 5 a.m. Because I'm ready. I wake up ready for the day.
Yeah. We're not making fun of you, Rebecca. You wake up at 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. It's fine. I'm glad I don't do it.
This is a very reasonable time to go to bed, to wake up at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
In fact, that's an 8-hour sleep.
Now I've muted you for the night. You can make. That's fair.
Alright, now perfect. That Rebecca, she spells her name with 2 C's. Greedy, if you ask me.
Who needs that many C's?
Yeah. And can we be real for a second? C is amongst the top 2 most useless letters of the alphabet. Am I correct? I feel X.
I would agree with that.
X might be more useless because X only serves as a CKS sound.
Yeah.
Except now we're talking about how useless C is.
Except for
So
xylophone.
really, except okay.
Which is a Z.
It can be. X can be easily replaced. C is a K or an S, except the CH sound. That's unique to C.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
my proposition is that we get rid of C. The S is an S, and the SH is sh, and KH becomes the ch sound. And anything else that is KH currently, like KHAN is con, just becomes KAN. Because the H is unnecessary there.
I
or
accept that.
KAHN to make sure you give it that sort of that English A sounds. You know, that's the only reason C is needed is for the ch sound.
Which can easily be replaced.
Yeah. And I mean, do we really need to say chair? I think
Sitting utensil.
Yeah. And utensil and sitting both only having S's is a perfectly fine sentence.
Yeah. I fully accept.
Like Rebecca, phonetically, if you wanted, like, that's why I like German so much, is because the language is phonetic. Once you know what sound a letter makes, that's it.
It always makes that sound.
Yeah, it makes sense. Rebecca can be spelled with no C's and K's instead, and it still makes sense.
Yeah.
Or Q's for that matter.
Q's. Yeah.
Another useless letter. Q's or K's? Queen. Kween.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to change the alphabet.
That's... I don't want to be president. I remember being here. But I don't want to be president. But if I ever did, I would run on a platform of... I know this is going to be inconvenient, guys, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to fix the nation. And I'm going to be very upfront about it. I'm going to change the alphabet to, just to fix all the phonetics. We're going to operate on a 24-hour clock.
Yes.
No more AM, PM.
Please.
No more time, no more daily savings time.
We haven't needed that for years.
We're going to go to Celsius. We're going to go to kilometers. Because what's the conversion rate? Times 10.
Yeah.
How many inches are in a foot? 12. And feet in a mile? 5,280.
Why?
Figure out. Like, just try to figure anything out. So I'm gonna get us off the Imperial. I'm sorry, it's just not good. That's my presidential platform.
Aren't we like the only country like that uses
England does too, and since we're an English derivative, that's where we get it from.
English? England uses...
England is weird, because they're European, so they understand metric, but they also understand feet.
That's weird.
And yeah, it's a weird double existence. So that's my presidential platform. It's just, I'm sorry, I know this sucks, but we're gonna do it. Like, if I'm being a little bit rowdy, I might even say we're gonna move to a base 12 number system, but that will desync us from the rest of the Western world.
Yeah.
But base 12 is good because you can divide it into equal parts more easily. Like 10 you can divide into 2 and 5. But 12 is 2, 3, 4, 6, and then like 1 and 12 itself. It's beautiful. You know what I mean? Like,
wasn't it the Byzantine Empire that did base 12?
I actually have no idea.
It was one.
Yeah.
I remember reading that. It was one of those old Byzantine, Ottoman. One of them. They did base 12.
And there are still societies out there. Like the Western world is the base 10. It's 1. But there are societies out there that operate largely different bases. And not only that, we put commas every 1000th position. There are other societies that do that differently, where they'll do it after 100, but then once you get to 100,000s, they'll do it every 8,000. It changes, and it seems weird to our brains because we're used to it, but really it's just a system that can be learned, and gotten used to. But yeah, insofar as bases, Base 60 is another one that's very popular, and you get that from time. You know, time.
We're already
is base
used to
60,
it.
You know.
Yeah.
And 60 has a 12 in it. It's 12 times 5, so it still has that really nice divisibility inside of it. Yeah. There's a society. Hi.
That's my dad.
Oh, hey.
Hey, how's it going?
There's actually a society out there that's like trying to get the world to change to base 12. But they're like, one of the arguments is kids can learn 10 because we have 10 fingers. But they're like, 12 is on every hand. They like count like the tips, the knuckle, and the knuckle. It's like 3 times 4. So you can just start counting like this on each hand.
That's interesting.
Now you actually can count higher.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. There's my tangent.
That's interesting. I accept it.
Yeah, that's... Vote for me for president when I'm 36 and I'm allowed to run.
You know.
No.
I'll vote you in anyway.
Thank you.
You might write and vote for that.
It's 36, right?
I feel like it was 34.
31, it's something like
It's
that.
It's 30 something.
I'm not there yet, no matter what.
Yeah.
It's like you have to be born in America.
Which DC does not count, and DC citizens can't vote either.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah. If you live in Washington DC, you don't get a vote because you're not from a state.
That's because, like, of course you're gonna vote for your neighbor. It's like, I don't want to live next to this guy. Yeah, I forget the stipulations, but I know it's like born in America.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, he's swirly head. But I think you have to live in America for at least 14 years, and you have to be in your 30s.
I think we have to be restarting this fight. Okay, something like that.
I remember the ghost giving me some trouble too. I'm like trying to remember exactly what this fight was, but Valkyries are pretty tough. They have a lot of health.
Yeah, they do. Miss.
Yeah, you don't get to jump. Oh my god, dude. He's dead? I didn't realize. Is this turn 1? What is that?
Yeah, that's...
He died on the first turn.
Yes, and he was at full health.
You need to restart.
Yeah, I know.
Look at what you got here.
I know. And they're all being guarded by the thing. That's why they did the shield buff.
I like when you get those guys to hit each other, and you can pretty much wipe them out.
Yeah.
There was one where there was like a wall of 5 of them, but if you sacrifice one person, you could just wipe them out because they'd all kill each other. Hey Dan, are you still on the stream? Are you listening to us right now? Because if you are, is there candy upstairs? This is the new most first world lazy I've ever been.
Proud of you.
I'm using like $2,000 worth of streaming equipment.
Just find out there's candy.
And the internet and like miracles of modern science. So I can put chocolate in my face hole.
Yeah, yep, he's probably dead now. Alright, so Rebecca said we should have a podcast.
The Jackson Ryan
Ramble.
Actually, there's a in the interest of talking on the air and not having radio silence, I'm gonna give you a version of every story. Oh, these aren't the slammy slam guys. They're shotgun guys.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to restart this map.
Yeah. But so gee, it's like 100% bounce rate. What the hell?
Yeah.
What's the actual hell? I mean, is it 100% bounce?
That's what it's been so far. See?
Jesus.
I've not been bounced by them.
And it's always out of bounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I listened to a podcast on my way to work. It's called My Dad Wrote a Porno. And that's why I heard movement and I thought it was your dad bringing me candy. So it's a podcast called My Dad Wrote a Porno. And it's a what I'll describe as three unrelentingly British people. The one guy, and I'm not sure if it's his girlfriend or if it's just a friend who's a girl. I'm not sure. But then his other friend is a guy. The one guy's dad, later in his 60s, he's 60 years old, started writing and decided to write a pornographic novel. Both the dad and the mom decided to start writing later in life just as a hobby.
Okay.
And then the dad wrote a porn. And then he gave it to the son to like read over. And so you learn all this in the first episode. And he also has daughters, but he didn't give it to any of them. But so, it's bad. It's like really bad. It's like, parts of it are like, this guy does not know anatomy. Bad, you know. Almost kind of endearing in a way. Especially to the wife, because it's like, clearly this guy has never cheated on his wife before.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't understand what a woman is. Have you been eating the sour candies, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal one.
Go for it.
Yeah. Since your dad clearly isn't helping. Anyway, so the whole premise is every week they read another chapter, and pretty much just like the friends are just making jokes while he reads. And it's funny, it's bad, it's horrible, and I love it. As it got more popular, they started having guests on just to discuss things. Elijah Wood was actually their first guest.
Wow.
And it was just fun. They were just talking like, what would the motion picture version of this movie be? Elijah, can you get us in contact with like, you know, stuff like that. The most recent one I have is a man who, have you ever seen the British show QI?
No.
No. Okay. Stephen Fry is the host. And it's a lot of British celebrities go on, and it's like a quiz show, and it is very interesting. You learn some fun stuff, but then they just like make it funny. You know?
Okay, yeah.
So, a couple of the writers for that show, which again it's a quiz show, it's just information. They have a podcast called what was it? There's No Such Thing as Fish, I think is the title of it, where every week they literally just describe. Yeah. They just describe a thing. And they just talk about stuff they learned that week during their job. Their job being just to fill a quiz show with information.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's all podcast. That's what this is. That's my long-winded, no radio silence story.
Thanks, Dad.
Yep, that was the punchline.
I mean, Stephen Fry. Who hates Stephen Fry?
Yeah, Stephen Fry's great. Who's the racist YouTuber you hate?
What?
That's my responsibility.
I don't remember that at all.
I don't think he's watching. I don't think that was like from today.
Okay.
Who's Iva Talantaki?
I don't know. I got one of the really hard ones. And...
Oh, you got the chewers.
Yeah.
I think this is a hard one. You got bounce out again?
Yep.
Excuse me. You guys want how about whoop? There's a dude we were talking about.
You know, that dude. YouTuber.
Was he talk? Is it me?
Am I the racist
No,
YouTuber?
he says maybe not you then.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't think I'm the one. No. Maybe yeah.
Let's get a heal out there. I try to clump people out until they talk. Just to feel like a lurk.
And then they leave.
What?
And
Yeah.
then if we say their name.
Yeah, some people don't like to be the interaction. So I try not to call anyone out until they talk.
Mm.
Yeah.
Sean's a lurker.
I was a lurker, but now since I know what it's like to be that small streamer with like viewers but no one's talking. Yeah. Oh, I messed up. That's fine.
He was talking about PewDiePie.
Okay. See, if you said streamer, I was gonna say PewDiePie.
PewDiePie is literally, I think he has the most subscribers period on YouTube.
Maybe not anymore.
But recently he said he had more than that's what he meant. But me and him weren't talking about it, so I have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah, if it was streamer, I would have immediately said PewDiePie because he's. I don't think he's the most popular one anymore.
Oh yeah? On YouTube?
I don't know about YouTube, but I know on Twitch. He hit a huge backlash because of this.
Yeah, but I mean, I think YouTube was his money.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he had. I don't know. I think that is how it started.
This is. I began bounced everywhere. Like he got bounced over there.
So what do you think about the world we're moving towards, where like there's like 5 companies that own everything? Is that a weird thing? Like in America, we say you can't have monopolies, which is why Google wasn't allowed to buy Twitch. So Amazon got it. Like we have Amazon and Google. Apple is up there,
But they're not
I
going to
think
be a ruler.
they're going to lose out eventually because Google and Amazon are going to beat them at their own game. Plus, they have other things.
Yeah.
Even though I think Apple currently is still, but that's because Google's finally launching products for the first time ever.
A lot of Google things have been free.
Yeah. And they control information.
Yeah.
So, like, and any thoughts on that?
It's expected. At this point, we can't get out of it because of the way we've set ourselves up. So it's.
And like, so we were talking earlier about loot crates.
Yeah.
Something else that came up today. There's gonna be a new service where like Amazon's gonna sell a certain sort of door lock that you can allow for like Amazon Prime deliveries to have access through this door lock.
That's. I would never
and
do
deliver your package straight in. But because of this whole, like especially around Christmas time, they will leave it on your doorstep. People steal it.
Yeah.
So then they are like, oh, I hid it in the bush. But like even then, now people are just read the note. If you're gonna steal something, just read the note. Half the time it just says
Leave on board.
it's in the bush
Yeah.
or in the porch. Yeah. So the idea is to allow deliveries to go straight behind that layer of security. And so we were just talking about it in the office a little bit, because the one coworker was like, nope, no. But Sean takes a practical point of, you're the consumer. You don't have to buy this thing.
Yeah.
Which I agree. But it's this weird thing of like, then though, we almost progress without questioning. So once enough people do, then it's almost expected to have it. So I'm almost forced to have it.
Yeah.
Like Apple, I think Apple now you have to give them your phone. So even if you don't even want to use the phone login,
You still have
to do it. You know what I mean? And I don't like that. And it's this weird thing of yes, as a consumer, I don't have to. But if I want to operate in the modern world, I need a smartphone.
And you need to give it to them.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I don't know. I can always opt out of these things, but I'm essentially opting out of society at a certain point.
Oh yeah. Oh no, you're totally being forced into doing these things. And that's when the whole issue with the loot crates came up. People were like, well, just don't do it. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't just not do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because, as you said,
yeah, you want to win the game.
yeah, you want to win the game. You got to be part of society. You can't just choose to opt out of life. Well, but you know.
Well, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And anyone can kill themselves. But actually, there was a stand-up comic who was like, people are just people, or humans are just people who decided not to kill themselves yet.
Pretty much.
I mean, he ran with that much further than what I'm now with his content.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I am like Sean, where I'm like, just don't buy the thing. But then I'm also like, in 10 years, if I want to participate in modern life, I'm gonna have to buy the thing.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know.
Oh, we're definitely being funneled and forced into all this stuff. So you can say don't do it all you want, but you have to do it to an extent.
I guess the best case scenario is just like, hey, Google and Amazon, please don't be jerks. You know?
We don't have choice at this moment.
Yeah. Just like, don't be
Don't be EA.
yeah. Don't be dystopian corporations that you read about in books.
Yeah. I have faith for Google. I have a feeling they will become that. What? I have a feeling they will become that powerful, but they may not use it as it is shown in books.
Sure.
Yeah.
You ever go on the Internet Archives and just look at the history of the internet? No. So, snapshots of the internet are constantly being made.
Yeah.
Where they download all the websites, files, and stuff, so you can view Facebook from 2008 if you want to. Not all the features will be there, like you won't be able to log in and see everyone's content, but publicly shown features will be available. I went back in time and I looked at Google. Oh, that was bad luck.
I don't have.
You might want to do like, maybe you can upgrade some stuff, like your power orbs.
I'm gonna have to look at that if I fail this again, which I'm going to.
Yeah. So yeah, so I went back in time right there. And the guys who started it, like the first time the website came out, if you read like the About Me section, it was essentially like, yeah, we're just a couple of guys, and blah blah blah. This is what we're doing. This is the idea of Google. And why did we choose Google as the name? Because it was 6 letters and it sounded cool. And, like, it was something so silly, you know? Because it was started by some dudes, you know?
That's literally what it was.
Did I ever tell you about emojis?
No.
Where did I learn this piece of information? Probably Tom Scott, who's a YouTuber. I know I'm doing a lot of talking, because you're also playing this game, so I figure.
Yeah, no, you're good.
All right, cool. And I'm mostly just telling you stories of podcasts and YouTube videos I've watched that people could be watching, but yeah, it's information transfer. That's what human life is, right?
It is.
All right, cool. I feel better about myself now.
I'm proud of you.
Where did you get that Bioshock Infinite poster over there, anyway?
That one was made by Kai Texel. You've met her. Caitlin?
Is she the one that dresses over to go on the wall?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah.
I actually got that poster the first ChibiCon before I became friends with her.
Yeah.
Like, I love your stuff. I love all of your things.
She's so good.
She really is. That was one of the first things and then later when I was with Camilla, she's like, hey, guess who I became friends with? You see that poster hanging on your wall? Like, holy shit, no, really? What? So I was fanboying hard over her.
It's funny because I actually talked about her today to a coworker because I was working on a cross-stitching piece and I'm gonna do further work on this. But I did the title card.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this sort of silhouette. I'm gonna add to it now. But I was just showing him and then he pulled up some pictures because he was like, oh, you should do this. And he has 2 young boys, like he has 2 kids.
Okay.
And he's like, yeah, I'm thinking of maybe doing some Halloween costumes this year. And I just brought up, I'm like, oh, I went to a party 2 years ago. And there was a girl there dressed up as Wirt. And it was like the perfect costume. And she made it herself. And I was like super impressed. But yeah, it's her.
Just giving it.
Yeah.
See if I can give her a little shout out. Yeah, that's definitely her. Does she update this though? You're not giving me a date. These are some of our newest stuff because there's My Hero Academia. Yeah. So if you want to check out who we just talking about and who I fanboyed over.
Yeah, super talented.
Really good.
That was a tangent. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Tom's got emojis.
Right, emojis.
I'll give you a history on that, but I need another piece of candy.
Ooh, a piece of candy.
Ooh, piece of candy.
I didn't do anything.
Damn, man, she's good.
No. Oh, she's yeah.
Emoji. Emoji is something that is integral pretty much to our society at this point. People communicate via that.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, I don't use them. I think they're a little bit silly. They're not entirely my style, but they exist.
Yeah.
So much so that there's like a coalition for emojis now, because to represent emojis on technology, like when your computer renders a picture, that's a code. It's some string of numbers that exist that dictate this is a smiley face, right? So I have a couple fun facts. I'll start with the funnest of all facts. There is
the funnest of all fun facts.
There's a meeting between like representatives of Google, Adobe, Apple, Microsoft, whatever the hell other company, like the big wigs of technology, to discuss. Oh, and like just the text coalition. The one not ASCII, because ASCII is American standard, but like Universal, UTC.
Okay.
No, UFC. I don't know.
Ultimate Fighter Challenge.
Yeah, UTC's time. I forget what the hell is it. UTF. It might be UTF, but the universal one.
Okay.
To say that the number 268 is the American letter B. That crap, you know. So they were meeting to discuss what like the future. Emoji was also represented. And in this meeting, whatever they were going to decide on, each group got a vote that was worth power.
Okay.
Google, Adobe, Microsoft, Apple, these guys all got votes worth 1 point. Emoji got one that was worth like half a point. So they were a little bit less important. Yeah. A squirrel fell through the ceiling. Like it was like one of those recessed ceilings.
Drop ceilings.
Yeah, drop ceilings. A squirrel fell through the ceiling into the meeting and was added to the meeting notes and was given 0.1% voting power for being a participant in the meeting.
Good.
Yeah. And like, you know, this is governing what we're gonna do in the future.
Yeah.
That squirrel might have had the swing vote. Which I just thought that was great. But so emojis and just this idea that it's all data at the core.
Yeah.
When technology was first coming around, the problem is it was being developed in all these different countries separately. We have ASCII, American Standard, blah blah blah.
Oh, is that what it stands for?
American Standard is something that information, blah blah blah.
I don't know that.
Yeah. We don't use. I mean, it still exists, but and a lot of things are kind of based on it because America is the best, and
And all that.
yeah, all that stuff. But so anyway, every country was doing it separately though. So like these guys were like the number 1 is this letter, the number 2 is this letter, 3 blah blah. And everyone has sort of leftovers, and you can do different things with leftovers.
Okay.
Some guys in Japan was especially bad about this because there were different dialects. So like Japan itself had like 4 different standards, and it was horrible. So they tried like conglomerating them, and they found out that they had some space left over. So what they did was sell it off as branding. So like Nike, for instance, could say, I want my little check mark to be a character that exists. So that's code number 995, you know, whatever. So they sold it off as branding. What they but I think someone just thought it would be a laugh though if they included a smiley face or something like a smiley face. And that's just how, that was the decision that was made. When it was being universalized, it was agreed to like include this sort of stuff. And that's what became like the first smiley face button, which became, people were like, I like this.
Yeah.
I want this. And then it became a demand, and the demand sort of drove the fact that emojis would grow. But it really all started. Most likely the guys were just drunk, you know, saying,
Just doing their thing.
wouldn't it be funny if we made smiley like a button, you know?
Yeah.
And that's why emojis exist. It's sort of incidental. Yeah, very weird, right?
What's the scroll vote for?
Well, that was a separate meeting.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But I mean, we literally have the emoji movie with people like Patrick Stewart in it, all because some Japanese guys decided it would be funny if they put a smiley face as part of their tech project. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Just one little thing like that. And
Yeah.
again, they were probably all drunk.
Like guaranteed they were drunk.
Yeah.
No one does that sober.
And now all of a sudden here's the next thing that you're using in every...
Yeah. And not only that. So, in America, and knowing it's Japanese, and emojis are a Japanese invention from the start. In America, we had some racial arguments because the emojis were yellow,
Yeah.
which were like white people, whereas all the black representatives and all the other races, right? But it's Japanese, and that's why there were none. Because Japanese people don't. I don't know how diverse it is, but it's definitely not American-style diversity.
Yeah.
So when people were saying they were yelling at Apple as the company because Apple sort of pushed, they made emojis more accessible than any other platform did.
Yeah, a little smiley face button on the keyboard.
But Apple didn't invent any of this, and they weren't the propagators of this. They were just the ones that sort of accepted it the most. So a lot of people were giving Apple flack for not including different races, but it actually had nothing to do with them. And the reason there were no races is because it's Japanese, man. And in our racist minds, it was yellow. Like,
Yeah.
It's weird to know the history of it, because, and it's also kind of funny in a way, but it wasn't Apple being racist. They were just, this is what they were given. They weren't the ones deciding.
No, it's just, here, use these. Like, okay.
But the whole thing about emojis is the demand sort of then propagated its existence, you know?
Yeah.
The people demanded they like emojis, they want more of them. And then they demanded they want more diversity. So emojis have always been a reaction to public opinion after the first drunk guy, probably like 30-year-old developer, you know,
Decided to...
yeah. It's a very weird thing.
It's kind of awesome.
Yeah. I mean, and it's here to stay, and it's only becoming more relevant.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They have shot.
I know.
Yeah, okay.
I meant to actually push her one space forward because I wanted to hit all of them with her shotgun. Like, I wanted to go one space so I hit those in the back.
I love the way these guys raise their arms, though.
Yeah. Because they had the share of damage. So I wanted to make the most of that.
Oh, yeah.
I really wish you could just target the boxes themselves.
Not hit because you're aiming from the behind.
Yeah. It's going much better this time around.
That was a good bounce, though.
Yeah. Sure, why not? I never know when to use that.
It's a guess.
Yeah. Because don't, like, mostly only bosses have the super effects?
Well, these guys were all bouncing you.
Oh, is that what super effect is?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I thought it was like this special abilities, like the hero oversight and stuff like that.
No, it bounced.
Oh, that's more useful now.
Yeah. Like, he can't get bounced, but then, like, Rabbid Peach just gets less damage.
Yeah. Alright, I don't have to kill you guys. I'm gonna right here, don't go best.
Yeah, so I don't know what to think of it all, but it's just... It's always good to know a little bit more of the information behind the scenes. That was a really good crit.
Oh yeah. Come on. Ah, It didn't register my first A, so I hit it again.
Yeah. That's right. One guy left.
Oh, he has 96. I do minimum 95.
So 0% hit, but no, he didn't.
Yep.
You could probably jump off Mario and get in range. Oh, you're fine.
Just to make sure.
That's like straight execution style.
Oh yeah, it's Rabbids too. They would do that.
Jesus.
Cross shot?
Now, how do you do so perfect this round? After two or three failures? Yeah.
I don't know.
I hate.
It's because you're telling me about emojis.
I've been so kind of involved in telling my own stories that I'm watching the TV, but I haven't actually registered any of the information coming off of it. So I have no idea what you've been doing.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, that goes around. But yeah, so I don't know, man. Emojis, you know, I think it's sort of beautiful to look at the history of it. Because all these tech explosions
We're just some guy in a garage.
Yeah, they started as one guy who was very smart but probably a loser.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
Because that's what the tech world was when this was all in its nascent stages. Now it's kind of sexy to be a programmer because, you know, Tumblr already exists. So to say I work for Tumblr is kind of hot.
Yeah.
But to say I'm building this thing that you can put pictures of yourself on, that's weird, you know?
Oh, completely.
So all the founders of this are just
Us.
nerds, you know?
Us sitting here on the podcast and listening back. Oh, that was actually a really good idea we said when we were drunk last night.
You don't want to be friends with these people, though.
No. Who wants to be friends with you?
No one.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I've been going to therapy for years because of that.
Has it helped?
Why didn't you should have slide tackled that guy.
I always forget about that. Like I was
No,
planning.
start over. Start over. No, start over. What are you doing?
Can't let you do that, Dave.
My name's Jack.
Like I wanted him to have a position so I can slide attack with Mario, but I forgot that he can slide attack.
Yeah. Anyway, I thought I had a really good idea today, but I forgot what it was. Oh, I remember this one.
Doing it.
One of those projects about Game of Thrones. I show you, yeah, you know about it. I still haven't finished that though. I need to put it on.
You should finish that.
I made an agreement with myself this weekend.
Good luck.
Because Sean's buying Mario on Friday, and I'm just gonna sit there watching it.
I figured that was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. About Mike on Saturday too. Any word, or he's just like in this area?
It's his sister lives in Carteret. He's staying over there Friday night. He asked if I wanted to do anything Saturday. Well, guess what I was doing Saturday. I'm like, so I texted everyone saying, "Hey, let's do something then." Then he gets back to me, "Oh, you want to hang out? I need to check to make sure I'm not busy."
Whatever. I mean, if you're interested, pretty much after work Friday, all weekends we're just gonna be playing Mario and hang.
That sounds interesting.
Are you buying Mario?
I eventually, not immediately.
Oh, okay.
I can't be buying anything right now.
Yeah. So the plan really is just I'm gonna go sleep there Friday night.
I'm gonna do
And
this.
then Saturday we're just gonna be there.
Friendly fire.
Jesus. We're so different than the way I play this game.
Jack, you really need to play XCOM.
I know.
You still have my share of Steam, right? Look at that.
It's right there.
It's right there. Oh, Mario's dead.
I like turn-based combat games because I'm bad at chess in real life, but that's partially because I don't want to put in the effort to learn it. these games kind of hook me.
That's fair.
So I do end up putting in the effort to learn it.
You know how you're just saying that you're half paying attention to the game?
Yeah.
So have I been since we've been talking.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's why I keep...
Well, also because you didn't side tackle that one guy.
Also because I didn't side tackle that one guy.
That's entirely why you're failing at this.
But no, I totally get what you're saying though. Because when we lived together, you would play Ket every night.
Yeah, I loved it.
And it was right there, it was accessible.
Yeah. But I'm not that good at it, and I don't seem to be getting better.
And this, you're forced into thinking about it even slightly. Although in this, it's not as with XCOM. Like XCOM, you screw up one move and you probably just killed half your team.
Yeah.
This, more often than not, you didn't.
Yeah, you're forgiven except for this round where you're annihilated.
Yeah. I accept my deaths though. They're fine.
I still want a second opinion, and we can get into this argument if you want right now. But that in Warcraft 3, if it's 2v2 and we both lose our bases, we lost the game.
No, you didn't.
I know that you feel that way, but how?
Because you can still rebuild.
Yeah, but they have the power of themselves plus now our resources, if we had any left.
But most of the time they get cocky and think, okay, I won. Now instead of having like 3 forces where they do all this counter pincering and stuff like that, they just move as one giant force. So then you can do all the counter. Let's pincer him in here.
But I don't have the ability to multitask that much. Like I can't pincer because
because you quit.
No, I can only move in one force because I'm bad at the game.
Just gotta get better.
Yeah, that's the problem. Maybe that's it. I just suck. I like that you're not quitting here.
Yeah, no, I'm clearly gonna lose.
As a testament to like that's exactly the difference. I'm like, you should have restarted the first time you didn't slide tackle a guy. I'm like, you messed up and you should restart.
And then here I am. I can try and make this work. Just like with Warcraft. After we both lose our base, I'd have my peon going over and you'd be like, nope, done. Like, Jack, just do this, this, and this.
The thing is, I know that I'm bad at the game. Like, everyone should know that about me. I couldn't control more than one champion. I just couldn't.
That's true, you only ever had one and the other one stayed at base.
Yeah, I didn't have the mental capacity to be aware of multiple champions at the same time. I just can't do it. And I think that's definitely a big downfall to be playing the game.
See, I think you can do it, it just takes because you didn't do story mode, right?
I think I would need to play the game more.
Yeah.
Really, because I didn't even know what the quick keys. I would always use the same champion. It was like the blind guy for the elves. With the
Illidan.
Illidan.
Yeah.
I still don't I couldn't tell you what the quick keys did. You know, like what attack.
And it's the only one you use.
And it was the only one I used. Yeah. I just wasn't able to learn it. I think story mode might have helped.
Probably. And I definitely have an advantage because that was my game back in the day. Like, I did nothing but that for a while. That in the expansion. Oh no, this is definitely gonna have to be end in a restart, but on the off chance that it doesn't,
maybe they decide to friendly fire.
They already have a few times, and he will be this round.
Yeah, you have been vampire.
Don't do it. Oh, he did it.
Yeah.
What a dick.
So here's a little fun fact in programming. As you move your targeting rental around, and it just kind of draws that line between you and it, that pathfinding algorithm is very similar to the type of thing that was needed for me to make my Game of Thrones algorithm. It's pathfinding.
Okay.
Pathfinding by rules.
Oh no, I'm dead.
No, you're at 5.
Yeah, no, I'm just dead, because here he's gonna come. If not him, it's gonna be a shotgun dude.
Who's gonna friendly fire a little?
Everyone. Yep. I didn't get damaged.
So funny. Oh!
Oh! Oh!
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh!
I did not know that. That is such good information.
Oh!
Well, now you're dead. But, he got a golden shot?
He got a
on
golden
his
shot.
friend?
Oh no!
Well, anyway, to put it in layman's terms,
Real quick.
yes.
Do you want to do a multiplayer map or two?
No, I'm gonna leave soon because I have to drive. I'm not just going home tonight. I have to drive to my uncle's house
Okay.
to take care of the dogs.
I figured I'm ending the stream in 8 minutes anyway, if you want to get like one match in.
Nah, that's right.
Okay.
Try this one more time.
Let's do it.
See what happens. I'll talk about pathfinding algorithms.
Pathfinding algorithms.
So, in layman's terms, there's grids,
Okay.
and so for each node on the grid, it has neighbors, defined by different rules.
Okay.
In a very standard case, it's a square grid, and the neighbor is just that the square is next to another one. It's like a Cartesian plane, you know, the XY coordinate.
I accept that.
So you can move one left, one up, whatever. You know, and maybe. So the question is, what is a neighbor or what is movable? In this case, you can't move on top of blocks. You can't move up too high. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you can move side to side. So essentially, it's a grid with nodes, and those nodes are connected somehow. Game of Thrones is the same thing. You think of the grid as all characters in the show. The nodes are one single character, and the connections are whatever you want to define them as. In my case, I define connections as: are you belonging to the same house, or are you married to them? That was my algorithm. So in this case, it's just: are you left or right of me, or up or down? But in Game of Thrones, it's just: are you related, or do you have the same house? Now that, those, when you're actually programming the thing, those are two different things. But sort of the intellectual concept of it, that's how you think about it. So the same idea is essentially just saying, look at every single node one at a time. Is this one get all relations? So you're at one point, get the top, get the right, get the left, get the bottom. And then go to the top, get all of its relations. Go to all of its relations, get their relations. And you just make your way out until you have another one. And you only add the ones to the list that you haven't already been to. So eventually you will search all of them.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then you just kind of keep a record of where you came from. And that's how you find your pathway back. So when you see this line drawn when you're trying to move between your reticle and the character, it's actually the same exact mathematics as finding the connections between characters.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah, right? It's GPS.
For the record, first turn I just killed everyone and started.
Yeah, just because you slid tackled the guy.
Yeah. So anyway, keep.
So it's pathfinding algorithms. It's actually very cool stuff because we kind of have a sort of standard view that they each have their pros and cons. So there's one called breadth first searching, which is what I use for my Game of Thrones thing, where you fill the entire map and you say, from this point, show me how to get to this point from every other point on the map. And it's not necessarily the best, and it's not necessarily the only one,
but it is how.
You can get from there to here in this way. And in my Game of Thrones algorithm, that's all I was concerned with. Just get from A to B.
Yeah.
Then, in the Game of Thrones world, there's 2,000 characters, which is a lot of characters, but it's not that many for a computer to handle, so it's nothing. In GPSs, if I'm like, I want to drive from here to like Lancaster, Pennsylvania, that will take a long time to figure out because there's just so much data.
Yeah.
So we need to find out a better way. So now we have things like Dijkstra's algorithm and A-star algorithms, which is they're similar, and A-star is just saying, all right, try to take an intelligent guess and start there, and that's essentially what it is. And you just hope that your intelligent guess is good. So, if I want to drive from my house to your house, an intelligent guess might say, well, Brian lives east of Jack, so just look east first, you know? And that's an intelligent guess that will kind of cut down on time. A game like this, to create this reticle that we're seeing right now, you probably don't need an intelligent algorithm because the grid is so small.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, it's pretty cool stuff.
I think you are kind of seeing the pathing happen because it has that line.
Yeah, and it's exactly, it's always drawing backwards.
Yeah.
And so it's at the start of a turn, if it feels like there's a loading time, it might actually be figuring out those paths to your characters. So when you're moving your reticle, it's not actually doing those calculations anymore. All it has to do is just draw the line. Sacrifices are made.
No, she's not. Anyway, yeah.
But so it's already figured out all the possible lines back to Mario. All it's going to do is draw that line now. And that's what switching turns does. It runs all of the calculations. Anyway, you know, it's crap you learn.
That's cool to know, though.
As your way through. But yeah, I kind of got very interested in searching pathfinding algorithms a couple weeks ago, and excuse me, as I was making my Game of Thrones thing, that's when Sean and I were playing this, and then it just kind of all clicked that like it's all the same thing. GPS, this game,
everything,
my website, they're all the same thing, just different applications of it. You know?
Yeah.
You could probably move Mario before you do this.
I can't move him.
You already moved.
But here, he won't hit anyone.
Oh, his hammer won't hit, but like Peach will hit him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that hit Peach too. I didn't think that would hit Peach. Well.
I forgot my toothbrush.
It's alright.
He says it's eating sour piece of candy.
With sugar laid on it.
And nothing but teeth rotting material.
Yeah.
Anywho, I do need to finish off that website just to make it look a little pretty.
I mean, it's got all the basic stuff there.
Next time I'm over, we gotta talk Game of Thrones. And well, I'll save it.
How dare you?
I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet.
Right. I do have a question for you about that though.
Yeah.
I remember fairly recently
Yes.
when the internet went wild because something big happened in the show.
Uh-huh.
It was because it was a real life dragon.
What?
Because it was a dragon in the show.
What about it?
Didn't that happen recently on the show?
About dragons?
Yeah, about the dragon appearing and stuff like that?
You are...
A different event?
No, you're not understanding what about dragons people were going big
Okay.
about, and I don't want to ruin it
Okay,
for you.
so I just heard dragon. I just got to the point, like, I finished book one. I'm like, is the show really? That can't be. No.
For what it's worth, the thing that happens that the internet went big about, which, by the way, if anyone was a true fan, they would have guessed. I'm just being a stuck-up piece of crap right now. It hasn't happened in the books yet either. So
Okay.
yeah, the show has surpassed the books insofar as certain plot elements. I will say they're very good story stuff. So the character journeys are no longer very similar, but
Yeah, I've heard that.
something happens that I believe will also happen in the books, and that's what the story was about. But
Okay.
it hasn't happened in the books yet.
Yeah,
So
I accept that.
dragons were involved, but it is not what you think, and I don't want to spoil it.
Oh no, yeah. Just, I remember everyone. I'm like, no.
Yeah, no. So, as I've said, book one is season one, like to a T, and you're reading book two now. So like the prologue to book two happens in season two, but it's gonna start dividing sort of soon.
Okay.
Because this is sort of when there's just too many characters in the books to properly represent in the show anymore.
I remember talking about Joffrey's tournament, they just list off Sir So-and-so, Sir So-and-so, Sir...
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not remembering any of these names.
Yeah. There's no way. And it's funny though, knowing what I know in the future.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and so I'm rereading book 1, and it's like a list of 18 names, and 2 of them were extremely important. You know, but you'll never know that reading 18 names.
Yeah.
I of course recognize them, but
We're gonna do it.
don't forget slide. Restart.
That's my number one thing I always forget is the thing. Bye, Rabbit. No, I'll let you do your
you are
turn
gonna
first.
kill both of them, so. Yeah, move him away.
Can you get 2? Yeah, you can.
Good spell.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, you're hunting him too. That's good.
Oh.
Oh, you just have to kill enough. Alright.
Good job, team.
Then you stream here?
Yeah.
I guess I'll head.
Well,
I'm pretty tired.
you should be. There was a question on my desk. I don't remember if I asked you it or not. But that's fine.
Save for next stream.
Yeah, pretty much. Continue. I don't like how this game handles like the saving though. 'Cause, like one time I did this, went back to the castle after finishing a map, came back, I had to do the last 2 fights over again because it saved the. You know, it did the autosave,
yeah.
but the autosave was before. Oh wait, is this gonna be cutscenes? Is this a boss right here?
No.
Okay.
I don't know when you plan on playing this game again, but the boss is great.
This game is every Wednesday, especially now that my Ripsaw shouldn't be erroring out on me anymore.
Gotcha.
I only didn't do it the last 2 Wednesdays because it errored out. But yeah, so after I finish these coins, it's gonna be the end of the stream. So good night, everyone.
Night, people.
Thank you for coming and hanging out, listening to mostly Jack talk,
Mostly me.
but about about good stuff.
Yeah, we covered a lot of topics today.
Yeah, we did. And as Rebecca suggested, we should have a podcast. Yeah, that would be terrible. That would be Brunehilde. That would be absolutely terrible.
Oh, I remember getting that.
Did it save?
Alright, I gotta pee.
Go pee. So yeah. Thank you, everyone. Hope you all have a good night. Hope you enjoyed watching this. And watching me just die many times over. Hope you enjoyed the conversations. It's always fun when Jack comes over for a stream. Tonight's Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thursday. That means tomorrow is most likely either going to be Warframe or Final Fantasy XIV. Final Fantasy XIV most likely, because I haven't played that in a while and I just have the urge to play it more. Let's see who is currently online that I can throw a host over towards. Oh, and I'm just gonna link once again. Earlier we were talking about one of our friends who's a really great artist. Just linked her Tumblr there. She actually did these 4 Animal Crossing posters in the corner. It's also her. I also have a Bioshock Infinite one over there and a few others of her, but these are the only visible ones. That's her link right there to her Tumblr. Now, oh, Pudson's online. So I'm going to be shooting a host over to Pudson. He's a guy who's been playing Final Fantasy VI. He does voices for all the characters, and it is amazing. Just a really cool guy, really great energy. So, stick around for that. And good night.